Oh, yeah. You dig it? Hey. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy holidays. Welcome to the season giving at Untethered Live. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and tonight is Friday. Tonight is the night you suffer after Thanksgiving. They call it Black Friday. You know, when you spend all day on the John and you take your Pepto-Bismol and your Tums and your goodies and you worship the porcelain. You purge all of the holiday goodness. Make room for life to grow anew. Or something. How's it going? What's happening out there? How you doing? You guys doing okay? Who's first in chat? John's first in chat. Hello, Nugget. Nice to see you, my friend. John says, hello, everyone. Been thinking about you, John. Let us know if you need anything. Amber says, good evening, friends. Happy Red Friday. Remember everyone deployed. Or, you know, rearrange every department. I like that one. Hi, Amber. Nice to see you. Amber says, LOL, just don't go to Target to shop today. Why not? I mean, Target has a bad vibe for a host of reasons, but what is your reason for not going to Target? Sorry, my voice isn't warmed up yet. It'll get there. Amy's here. She says, John Nugget and Amber, hi. And Amy says, Revelations 21:4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. For the old order of things has passed away. Well, there's a new order of things coming in, which is even better. The old order sucks. The new order is everything's perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Amy says, I started to make a turkey Manhattan, but it turned into a turkey Bronx. That's, you know, a potato bowl, mashed potato bowl with turkey and taters and cheese and ranch dressing all gobbled together. Turkey Bronx. Turkey Manhattan is high scale. Turkey Bronx is what you make in the microwave. Nice. I haven't had dinner yet. Talk to the boss.
I made his lunch.
Oh, joining me is the Amanda Banhammer.
Howdy, y'all. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Is not miserable today.
Gobble, gobble. Turkey.
But yes, him being home today and just not thinking. And I was sitting here a little while ago. I made his lunch. And I'm sitting here a little while ago. And just before the show started, I'm like, I didn't make us dinner today. He's like, no. We were just laying down and chilling and just having a nice, peaceful, relaxing day.
Yeah, don't lie. We slept all day.
I didn't make dinner. My bad.
It'll happen. It's okay.
We're not starving. We ate earlier.
Right on. Amy says, hi, Jake and Amber. I hope y'all are good. I hope y'all had a good day. Well, thank you. And I hope you had a good day, too. And I hope you enjoy that turkey Bronx. John says, hi, Amy and Amber, heart. Amy says, Amanda, heart. Amy says, for you, Nugget, prayers. I hope you get it figured out. Oh, I don't know what the details are, but I understand that you're going through a situation. And if you need us, we are here, and we love you, and we're thinking about you, and we're on your side. So reach out if you need somebody, John. And John says, we see Monday. I know who did it, but I can't say in a dilemma. So I'm guessing a robbery of some kind. Or an attack of some kind. Either way.
I asked him privately if he doesn't want to put it out in public. So.
Okay. Either way, we love you and we're here for you. And John says, anyway, I just want to have a laugh tonight. Well, I'm going to do my best, buddy. I'm going to do everything I can do to make you laugh. And everybody else. See?
You get my fancy all the time, though. That ain't nothing new.
Well, I try. Amber says, LOL. Screen froze and I didn't know. I went and washed a few dishes waiting. Smiley faces.
Well, you were 16 minutes early there, so.
Say what?
She was 16 minutes early, so nothing happened there anyway.
You didn't miss anything, Amber. Amber says, Nugget, what's going on today? You safe? And Amanda says,
Hi, Nugget. Here's your gold star.
Gold star. Welcome to the show. You're a gold star. That should be a James Bond theme.
Hi, Nugget, Amy, and Amber. Amber and Amy. Stop picking at your mic. I can hear that. That's so annoying.
Amber says, Amy S. Miss Hammer. Evening, ladies. Hearts and smiley faces.
Howdy, UntetheredLive family. Good to see y'all. Hope everyone had a good day. Happy Friday. Nope, today's TGIF.
Jeez.
Hiya, Jake. How are you tonight?
Doesn't work for me. Amber says, I Facebook shared and invited, hopefully, a few will join us. Well, if you're Facebook sharing, they're going to go to Facebook looking for us. We're on YouTube, so it would be better if you YouTube shared.
No,
I'm just saying.
When you click on the link on her page, it'll bring you over here.
John says, just want a bit of fun tonight with my family here. Well, you got that, John. We are your family, and we are here. And Amanda says, weather.
It's 32 degrees here. 31 degrees.
That's not what you said at all.
Oh, burr, it's cold.
It's 32 degrees here. What's the matter with you? 31 degrees. It's proper winter.
Burr.
It's properly freezing outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the air conditioner on.
And I got the heater on with a fan.
Yeah. For some reason, I get very hot very quick here in this spot. I think it's because my energy's up and I'm focused.
Yeah.
And my temperature goes straight sky high. Plus, I'm under all these lights. They're LED lights and they don't put off a lot of heat, but it like concentrates on me. It might be psychological, who knows? Either way, I'm hot. But I'm only hot while I'm live. As soon as I go quiet, everything calms down and I'm cold again. Amanda says,
Nugget, did you get our message earlier?
To which he replied,
yes.
And I sent one back. Amber says, fun? It is Friday, and rumor has it someone has a basement. That's not a rumor, that's a confirmed fact. I've seen pictures. 'Tis basementy. Amber says, ride a bike to the gas station to get biscuits, kind of fun. Yeah, that could be fun. Depends on what you're doing, but it could be fun. And John says, Amanda, yes, thank you, I did. I sent you one back, hon. All right, good. So communication has been established. We're okay. I was worried. Amber says, oh, and I'm accepting that response as, yes, you are safe. I'm just saying. John says, Amber, I am safe. Thanks for caring. Kissy face. And Amber says, it's been a very nice day here. Muggy, rainish included. What does rainish mean? Like it's wet, but no rain fell? Included. I played kickball and took out the cardboard boxes with little man. Cardboard boxes? Are you one of those people that gets Amazon 5 times a week? piled up in your garage, all your boxes of all your shipments? Are you one of those? Amber says, other than that, holiday cleanup and move towards Christmas. Amen. Yep. Next is my birthday, and then Christmas, and then New Year's. That's the order of events following up. And then Amanda's birthday.
Yes.
Bop, 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 bop. It's never, this time of the year, it's never ending, and it's very expensive. And I'm on a couple of days delay getting the hoodies out because the power went out at my shop Friday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. I didn't work Friday, which is today,
Yes.
because the power's out at my shop. Because something happened with the breaker box and it burned up. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I just know that it involves the breaker box. I'll find out more details on Monday when it gets fixed. It's getting fixed Saturday, so it'll be fixed Monday, and then I'll be able to put the order in. But I was hoping to get that order in on Friday, but it didn't work out. So I don't know when they're going to come, but they're coming. Amanda says,
okay, you're welcome, Nugget.
and John says, it's hot here. I got my top off.
Ooh.
Better cover them ninnies. Amy says, I had a good day too. Excellent. All right. I love it when people have good days. It was only $8 for a new oil pan plug. The pan is fine, no leaks. The pan is fine, no leaks. And it had strip threads on the old one. Good. So it's fixed. That's excellent. That's a worrisome thing right there. Because that little pan is the only thing keeping your engine from blowing up. If there gets a hole in it, it's over. And you can't really tell if there's a hole in it until it causes a problem. So, yeah, I'm glad you got that fixed. And Amber says, Amy, I'm so happy for you for that. It has to relieve some stress. Amen. Jinx. Did somebody else say, Amy, I'm so happy for you, it has to relieve some stress?
No.
What's the jinx for? Uh-oh, music, says Amber. That's me coming in. Debbie says, howdy all y'all. Hey, Debbie. Nice to see you, lady. Amber says, Debbie, heart smiley face.
Hi, Debbie.
Amy says, hi, Debbie.
$8.32.
John says, I had 2 big bottles of Stella tonight. What is that? Is that an alcoholic beverage?
It's Stella Rose. I think it's a.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an alcohol.
Cool.
I want to say it's a beer, some type of. It's a foreign beer of some sort.
Is that a good thing, John, or was that a falling off the wagon kind of thing? Amber says, it's 48 degrees here. I got you beat by 11 degrees. It's 31 degrees here. Don't do the math. Mabel's here. She says, hey, hi, how you do be doing? I be doing good.
Hi, Mabel.
Hi, Mabel.
And Hannah.
I
forgot about her, but I set it down there for a little bit further.
All right.
I'm sorry, Hannah.
Yep, it's 31 here.
Yep.
Amy says, liked, subscribed, shared, and joined. Nice. I see you got that J tag. Excellent. That's beautiful.
Yes.
You've had it for a while. I don't know why I have just noticed it. Maybe I noticed it and then forgot about it.
She got it a couple months ago.
Yeah, I noticed it and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, we said something about it when she got it.
I'm about out of coffee.
Already? Wow, okay.
I got a little bit left. Hang on. But, speaking of which, don't you guys want to have a cup with me and talk about future plans, Christmas, what's going on in the next week or so, the excitement that's gearing up around the channel, everything that's happening? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup, and let's talk about it. If you don't have a cup, you can always get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. Also, there's stainless steel tumblers down there, the big ones and the little ones. They have locking lids. Keep your coffee hot for hours. They look great on a coffee table, and if you chuck it at somebody, it'll leave a mark. Also, you can get a snowmobile or a shovel or those little suction cuppy things that spies use to climb the walls with. I'm not sure about those last three things, but check out for sure they got the cups there. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you'd like to show a little bit of love. Throw a little bit my way if you would like to, which is, contrary to popular belief, necessary in Thanksgiving season. I've eaten a lot, but I'm still hungry. You know what I'm saying? You can do that at CashApp $JakeJohnsonBand. And one last thing. If you would like to hang out with us outside of the YouTuberverse and get to know everybody on a personal one-on-one basis, you can do that over at Facebook.com/UntetheredLive chillin'. It's a great place to hang out, share text, pictures, videos, memes, and chat with each other. And it is updated every day with something fresh and new and exciting and funny about life, about things. It's just my random thoughts and different things that I see that back up my position in the world. And it's every day there. It's very entertaining. There's something new there today. Go check it out. And it's yours. It's free. It's available. So why not take advantage of it? And it's not like regular Facebook where a bunch of nonsense is there. It's just us. Just us here at Untethered Live. That's it. Nobody else is invited. So go check that out. And now, back to you guys. Mabel says, we haven't eaten yet either. Mama's cooking. Oh, this is Hannah talking. All right. Hi, Hannah. I haven't eaten yet either. Thank you, dear. I did eat an egg sandwich around noon. That's it. But I wasn't really hungry either, so I'm not really complaining. She brought it up. I'm just commenting on it. John says, can we say a prayer for a good friend of mine and Amy Eagle, Nick, please? Thanks. Sure. Isn't Eagle Nick another podcast? I like to be careful about talking about other people's shows. I don't like it when they do it to me, and I'm not going to do it to them. But, Father, we ask that you come to John and his friend in need. We come to you as a one group, and we ask, Father, that you put your hands on the situation, and whatever's going on, we ask that you make it your will be done in all things. Your grace and your blessing provided in our lives makes our lives livable, and we greatly appreciate that, Father. In your Son, Jesus Christ's precious name we pray. Thank you for everything. Amen. It helps, John. Aaron, what's up, brother? Aaron's here. He says, I gotta go get something to eat, too. I know, right? It's breaking up. I'm getting there. I gotta go get something to eat, too, says Aaron. Yes, sir. Me, too. Eventually. Amanda says, hello, Aaron. And Aaron says, yo. Yo, what's up? And John says, I laughed at that one. Good. Mission accomplished. Amy says, prayers for Eagle Nick. He's having a hard time. His sister died of cancer yesterday, and he feels guilty for not checking in on her more, and he's having a really tough time. Well, I don't know who Eagle Nick is, but prayers for him, too. I guess that's Amy's brother, the one we just prayed for. I've heard that name before, but I'm assuming that's another show, and again, I'm cautious of discussing other shows on this one. Patty says, hello, children. Hi, Patty. Nice to see you. Thank you, man. Fresh coffee. Just what I needed. Yep, that's it. Hi, Patty. Nice to see you. Amanda says hi. Amber says, Aaron, good evening, friend. Heart. Aaron says, yo. Aaron is working on his Sylvester Stallone impersonation tonight. Yo, Amy says, hi, Aaron, kissy face. And hi, Patty. And John says, hi, Aaron, good to see you, brother. And hi, Patty, heart. Patty says, Miss Amanda, Miss Amy Elizabeth. Oh, Aaron says, I got a toothache from hell. Trust me on this, Aaron. Go get you some of these. pour it right on the tooth and just let it sit there and let the spit form around it and don't swallow it. Just let it sit on that tooth until it dissolves. That'll help. I've had many of those in my life. I finally got all mine yanked out, but until then, I was in some serious, serious tooth pain. And trust me, those goodies were a lifesaver. I'm sorry, your tooth aches. And John says, hi, Mabel and Hannah, heart. Aaron says, this thing has to come out. I know that feeling. Patty says, hi, John from across the pond and Aaron. What it is back. He says, hello, Jake and Untethered Live family. Hey, what it is? Nice to see you, my friend. How you doing? How was Thanksgiving? Hope you had lots of friends and family around. Lots of turkey. And other accoutrements. Amber says, Wes, good evening, old man. I'm guessing that's Patty. Children? My children have children. I think she is referring to us as her children. We all have children, too. Amanda says,
Hi, what it is?
Aaron says, Patty the legend. Patty says, Aaron, get some clove oil and at the pharmacy or the grocery store. That'll work.
Yeah, it don't taste very good, though. Neither does the goodie powder, but at least the goodie powder taste goes out of your mouth pretty quick. That clove don't.
I like the taste of goodie powder, so.
I do, too.
I've always liked that chemically flavor. It's from my druggy days. What it is says, what are the three kings that brought happiness?
It wasn't three kings.
I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound like a thing I know or teach.
It was the three wise men.
They didn't bring happiness. They brought curiosity because they wanted to meet the guy, the kid. They brought gifts, but they weren't kings and they weren't wise men. They were magi. The word wise man comes from something else. It's not biblical. It's magi. And there weren't three of them. They were just magi.
I couldn't think of the name of them.
There are three wise men in another story, but that story is just magi. Anyway. What is that? Oh, Amanda says something.
Hello, Hannah.
Is that what that says?
Yeah, because I forgot it earlier.
What's with the wackadoodle capitalization?
It's just make it look different.
Oh, makes it unreadable.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like Helaleo Hanaya.
No, it's hello, Hannah. No funky spelling. It's just uppercase and lowercase.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hang on a second. It's the third grade calling. They need you back.
No.
And what it is says, drink king, smoke king, and F king. Ah.
Ha ha ha.
I agree. I concur. But you forgot the most important one, suck king. That one really brings the happiness.
Here I am thinking he was being serious.
Me too.
What it is, the three wise men?
I should have known better.
I fell for it. You got me what it is. You got me.
I did too. What it is says, I'm staying. Of course you are. Where else would you be? Nobody's having more fun than we are. Amber says, no, Jake, it's a farm. Cardboard boxes from whatever they get and need. It's very natural food chain supply here. I'm learning lots. Well, I had no idea. I didn't know you lived on a farm. I can't make inferences from information I do not currently possess. But I got it. Aaron says, Joe King, Pat King. Right on. Amber says, Your chat's about to jump.
8:45.
Oh, here we go. Amber says they're putting away equipment now, like huge tractors and such. Nice. And Aaron says, who's Eagle Nick? I don't know. I think it's another show. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it's another podcast.
Mabel says, it's okay, Amanda. Hello. That'd be Hannah talking.
Yes.
How are you tonight, Hannah? You doing okay? Did you enjoy yesterday, as it is called in Canada? Here we call it Thanksgiving. Yesterday, it was yesterday for you guys. So, nothing out of the ordinary, I would imagine. Scratch what I said. How are you? Amy says, Aaron, he's a guy I follow in Georgia. He's hilarious, but a little loony sometimes. He's our brother in Christ, Nugget and I. Fab Daddy watches him too sometimes. I might as well just go home. John says, Stella Artois beer. It's nice and chilled now. Nice.
I've seen commercials for it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it before.
Yeah. Stella Rose.
I've got a Stella guitar made by Stella Company in Chicago.
And it's pronounced Stella Rose.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
It looks like Artois.
It's pronounced Stella Rose.
I can see that. Like Rosicrucian.
Mm-hmm.
Amber says, Mabel, Hannah, hearts and dancing. Hannah says, hello, Amber, heart. And Amy says, hi, Mabel, and possibly Hannah. I think it's Hannah. Fab Daddy says, happy Friday. I be lurking. Okay. Happy Friday, Fab Daddy. How are you, sir? Amy says, hey, what it is? And hi, Fab. And Hannah says, hi, Amy, smiley face. And Aaron says, I look like this right now with a drool. My mouth is swollen, and I drool like a dog. I have been there, my friend. I know exactly what that's like. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Yeah.
Father, please touch Aaron's mouth and make his tooth ease up on him some. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Hey, Aaron, if you got any type of pain reliever at all, any type of Tylenol or aspirin to leave, anything like that, crush it up and just pour it on that tooth and let it sit there.
Yeah. The goodies works because it's already powder.
Yeah, and it gets in there better. But if you ain't got nothing for it right this minute and got some type of painkiller, get it.
Or Ambisol in your medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
That'll make your whole mouth numb, but it'll ease up the tooth. Amber says, L-O, Fab Daddy. And Aaron says, that's fabulous. Fabulous. And Debbie says, hands Aaron a towel. Don't roll it.
He wasn't here for that part. He fell asleep.
I don't think he heard that part. He vanished about halfway through the night. Zonked out. Amy says, he has another show. Yes. He's attended our Bible study once, I think. Nice. And Aaron says, Amy says, thanks, amen, for the prayers. And Fab Daddy says, what's that? Amy's brother? I don't know. I don't think so. Aaron says, throws the towel on the floor and lays down. Sometimes it be like that, don't it? Just gotta just get on the floor and lay out. Amanda says, hi, Fab. Patty says, hi, Fab Dad. Fab to Dad. Fab to Dad. Amy says, brother in faith. And Fab Daddy says, okay.
What's up with that?
It's a thing from South Park.
Oh.
Okay. Hannah says, hi, Nugget. Sorry, I missed it. And Fab Daddy says, I can't lurk and say hi to Patty at the same time. Patty knows you're there. Aaron says, WTF, I had an ad of a kid getting a file cabinet as a present. That's odd. Was it a cool file cabinet? Did it have an Xbox in it? Or a PlayStation? Fab Daddy says, back to lurking like a California creep. You're not wrong. Amy says, Aaron fell asleep last night. He probably doesn't get the reference from last night. Yeah, about the towel. Here's a Fifi. Aaron says, I don't have regular salt. I got peroxide. Cool.
Chat jumped.
They did it. From where?
8:55. 8:55.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
8:56.
Yep. All right, I got it. Aaron says, Amy, I didn't sleep. I just was in lots of pain. And, we forget Cook King. Right on. Amy says, I agree. Your suggestions on how to fix that, Aaron. Or I gave you suggestions on how to fix that, Aaron.
Spanking.
Spanking. And Hannah says, I'm good. Thank you, Jake. Smiley, smiley. Excellent. I'm good, too. I had a great day yesterday. Had a great podcast last night. I was very surprised at the turnout. I figured I'd show up just in case anybody didn't have anybody to hang out with. So I'd be here just in case. Everybody showed up. It was wonderful. So thank you all of you that came. I appreciate that very much. And it did help people out. There were people that needed a family that night, and we provided it. So that's a beautiful thing, a beautiful service. Thank God we were able to do things like that. And Aaron says, I did them, Amy, but now it's back. Well, there's always the ball peen hammer. But you got to be a good shot. You can't miss. Amy says, origami, growing penis towel. I need this towel.
No.
Aaron says, Jake, you are home. We're in your house. True. But I'm not at home. I'm in my studio. But I take your point. But nonetheless, we showed up here just because we wanted to be there for people. Just in case. Because, sometimes people don't have people to go see. I think that's what you're referring to. Amy says, oh, crud. I forgot Hannah was here. What it is says, cool beans. I like slightly nerdy beans myself. I'm into the purple whole beans. They're really peas. They look like beans, but they have eyes. So they can see what you're doing.
So you can see them going down your throat.
John says, Aaron, clove oil. Right on. Amy says, I suggested clove if he didn't have anything else. Right on. Aaron says, ibuprofen and Epsom salts. Problem is, I needed antibiotics. If you have an abscess, you definitely need antibiotics because that could go to your heart or your brain if you let it go long enough. And that wouldn't be good. Amanda says,
yes, Aaron, warm salt, regular salt water, table salt.
Yeah, table salt might work.
You ain't got none. Go ask your neighbor for some. I know you talked to one of your neighbors.
And what it is says, do not put cocaine on that tooth because you do that and the tooth will come alive. And I'm speaking from experience. It was not good. Well, it'll definitely have a lot of business ideas and want to talk to you about everything. If you put cocaine on that tooth, it'll definitely try to start a business with you. Or have some kind of existential discussion. But it'll really love you. I've never tried that, though. I do know one thing. Regular Just doing cocaine makes your teeth itch like crazy if it's not good cocaine. Have you ever had itchy teeth? Yes. Aaron says, I don't have regular salt. I got peroxide. I don't think that'll work. It might, but I don't think it will.
It might help.
If you do, be sure you don't swallow it.
Yeah, don't swallow it.
Spit it out and then rinse your mouth out. Don't let it go down your throat.
You don't want to swallow anything you're soaking your tooth in anyway, because it could have infection in it, and you don't want that. You don't want to swallow that.
True. Aaron says, I don't eat salt. Wow. That's wild. I eat a lot of salt. How you think I keep my mustache so vibrant? Bill Bennett says, howdy all, happy Friday. Hey, Bill. Nice to see you, my friend.
Hi, Bill.
How was Thanksgiving? Did you have a good day? Aaron says, whooping. Whoop king. Amber says, Bill, good evening. You are green now. He is that. Look at that J tag standing out. Fantastic. Hannah says, I didn't have a good day yesterday, but today is better. I'm sorry to hear that. I understand you guys had a little bit of a run-in, but you know what? She loves you, and you are very lucky to have that. There's a lot of people out there that don't have that kind of love and that kind of support, so just remember that. I know things are tough. Sometimes as a teenager, or wasn't that long ago that I was one. I promise I was one. It was years and years ago, but I was one. I do understand. Just remember that above all things, no matter how tedious things get, she does love you, and that's a very important thing to have in your life. So respect is due and also deserved from you. So, you need to respect, but you need to give it too. But I'm sorry yesterday was tough, but it'll get better, I promise. John says, I used to pull my teeth with a pair of pliers. I did that too until I had an eye tooth that needed to come out. And I would like to tell you that that thing is attached to my entire head, all the way up here. Because when I pulled it out, it felt like I pulled my brains with it, and my eyes and my nose and my feet and everything else. And I hurt like you would not believe for days because of that one tooth. The nerve that it was connected to, just it felt like a whole hand came out of my head. Don't do that. Thank God I don't have teeth anymore. I do not want to ever experience that again.
Gum you to death.
And Bill says, why don't you eat salt, Aaron? Is it a religious thing or a health thing, or you just don't like the taste of salt? That's kind of weird. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You do you, boo, but I've never heard of anybody that didn't eat salt just because they didn't want to eat salt. Amanda drives me crazy. She don't eat a lot of salt either, and I like salt on my food. So I have to re-season everything she cooks.
I'm sorry.
It's just a thing.
He doesn't like tea either. He likes syrup water. Sugar water.
That's tea. It's not my fault you're a Yankee.
I'm not a Yankee.
Or been brainwashed by one. Tea comes with sugar in it. That's why they call it tea.
Yeah. I make 3 gallons of tea, or 2.5 gallons of tea, and I put 3 cups of sugar in it.
A gallon of tea is 2.5 cups of sugar.
No,
period.
That is sugar water.
No, it's not. It's tea. And we're talking about an actual cup, not a cup.
Yes, I'm talking about actual cup too. That is just outrageous amount of sugar for a gallon of tea.
No, it's not. You ought to look and see how much sugar's in your Mountain Dew.
I don't drink Mountain Dew like you do. I'm not a soda drinker, remember?
It doesn't matter. You ought to look at the difference, is what I'm saying. There's a lot of sugar. There's like 5-pound bag of sugar in this.
I know. I don't hardly drink it.
Amber says, y'all were my family last night. My family had lunch. Excellent. Well, I was your family last night, and you were mine. And that was the whole reason we were here, and we're glad that we all came together.
Your Mountain Dew's got 77 grams of sugar in it.
That's a lot. Aaron says, I did that, John. And Patty says, hi, Mr. Bill, smiley face. Amber says, we are both. Or are we both? Sorry. I read it backwards. Are we both? I have no idea what you're asking.
I don't either. Family and friends? I don't know.
Well, we are family. I don't know what the other option is. Aaron says, I'm saying you said you might as well go home, and I'm saying with us, you are home. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that was in reference to the bringing up other shows on my show thing. It's no biggie. John says, that's why a gummy bear now. That's why I'm a gummy bear now with no teeth. Right. Absolutely. I'm exactly the same way. I got rid of all that pain. Because come about time I turned about 18, my teeth started cracking because I had wisdom teeth coming in, but they were all coming in this way. So all 4 of my wisdom teeth came in at one time forwards, not down. And they shattered all my teeth. Every one of them was cracked. And then about age of 20 came the spasm. I just said the word. Abscesses. And I had some impressive abscesses. One time, my mouth swelled up so hard I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't even get my teeth apart to put food in my mouth. It was swollen shut. I had to go to the doctor. That's when I got my first set of 17 teeth got pulled out. And then about a year later, I had the rest of them pulled out. And I don't regret it a bit. I don't regret it at all. It took me a minute to get used to the dentures. But after that, I've never had a toothache again. Thank God for that.
Imagine that.
Aaron says, you don't get to leave. I hear you, buddy. I was just making an offhanded comment. I'm not intended to go anywhere. Now, what it is says, tie some floss around that tooth and tie the other end around the male, and now stand and leave about 50 feet of slack and get and floor it. And that tooth will pop out. I think what you...
tie the rope to the mailbox stand and drive away.
Yeah, or you could just tie it to a door and slam the door. You don't have to go very far to do that one.
LOL, Nugget.
What is Chat's jumpy?
907.
Aaron says, LOL, my neighbor is a nut. I'm not going. Patty says, Aaron, buy some coconut oil. It has natural bacteria killing, oil pulling. Interesting. I didn't know that. Hannah says, I wish we had neighbors sometimes. Oh, I bet. Or you guys live way out in the woods? Like proper Canada, like way out in the mountains somewhere? Bill Bennett says, get a hot needle, burning hot, and poke through the cavity. Oh, Jesus Christ. Aaron says, Patty, I have coconut milk. I have questions. Where are the teats on a coconut? And Bill Bennett says, it was great. Thanks for asking. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What it is says around the mailbox stand and get in the car and floor it. Well, that is one way to do it. Aaron says, LOL, I'll go start a bar fight. Free dental work, right? Yeah, just call a big dude an asshole and see where the night takes you. Hannah says, I know, and I love her too. I know you do. I know you do. Therefore, all things can be worked out in the interest of good love and good family. I would give anything to talk to my daughter right now. Anything, hands down, 3 times over. Patty says oregano oil can wipe out bacteria too, Aaron. Interesting. I didn't know that either. Where are the... Never mind. Patty says hit the bars so you can get hit, Aaron. That's right. Go to a bar and find a big drunk guy and call him a name and see what happens. Hannah says, I got my phone taken away and I can't have my friend over this weekend, but we did painting today and that was fun. Excellent. Well, I don't know all the situations and I'm not trying to get in the middle of any of that. You know that. But I would say that there's a reason that that rule was in place. And in the absence of understanding, how about offer a little bit of trust? Because maybe, and I'm just suggesting this, I don't know, maybe she knows something you don't know or has considered something you haven't considered. And there may be a reason why she doesn't want you to do the thing that you think immediately that you want to do. I know that's a hard one to wrap your head around because I have trouble with that myself. I'm not very good at, people telling me what I can and can't do. But know that she has your best interest in mind. You know that, obviously. And you know that she loves you. So just give her the benefit of the doubt. If she says no on a thing, maybe there's a reason she's saying no, and it's not just to be mean. That may be a help. I don't know. Other than that, I'm not trying to get in y'all's business. I just know you two are both great people, and I love having you both. And there's always a way to fix anything. Aaron says, I have garlic salt and seasoning has it so I don't add it. Got it. What it is says, you got to have salt in order to have electrolytes. Your heart needs salt to some extent. Your heart needs salt to some extent because if you are low on sodium, you will die. This is true. But there's salt in everything. So you're not likely, if you're eating, you're not likely to be going without salt. We add a lot of salt to things that already have salt in it, but just to taste. Amber says, Hannah, heart. And Aaron says, 8 ounces or 12. I don't know. I'm going to go with 12 because I'm a power user. Hannah says, hi, Amber. Amy says, I put 1.5 cups of sugar per gallon of tea. See, that'd be not sweet enough for me. I like 2 cups. I can do with 2 cups. 2.5 is a bit excessive. I get it. That's just the way my mom made it. But I could do with 2 cups, but not less. I don't like unsweetened tea. And when you start getting to the bottom end of that 2 cups, it starts getting bitter fast. She drinks it. I can't even taste the sugar in her tea. So she's got to make 2 gallons, one for her and one for me. Aaron says, Patty, I'd pay you to sock me. Patty says, I'd do it for free. Bill Bennett says, my son Skyler lives off of sweet tea or sink tea, hot sink water, filled old glass pickle jar, and then 3 cups of sugar has since a baby. Right on. Are you talking about the big pickle jar? 3 cups of sugar in a pickle jar? Well, that's a gallon, isn't it? I can't remember, but I'm thinking
No.
the big pickle jar is not a gallon?
I don't think so.
Wow, that's a lot of sugar. Might be a half gallon. I can't really remember the size of it, but it's big. It's about that tall. Amber says, y'all are and were my family last night and tonight, but the night before as well, and tomorrow. Nice. So pretty much just all the time. Debbie says, Amanda is a fake Southerner from a fake Southern state. If she does not drink sweet tea, ha 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 ha, and not sort of sweet. I mean real sweet tea. Right. I'm with you there, Debbie. She's a real Southerner, though. She just, somebody didn't teach her proper about tea. That's all.
Hello, please, Debbie. I'd like to taste my tea.
We do, too. Tea is supposed to be sweet.
It is. It's just not syrup.
And it's not syrup the way I drink it, either. I've had syrupy tea. Like when you have a person that don't really care, it works at McDonald's or something that makes the tea and they don't ever wash the urn out.
Yeah.
And it's got a cake of sugar in the urn, and then they keep adding sugar to it. That's not good. Amber says, Debbie, smiley, smiley, smiley. I'm a diabetic because of sweet tea. I'm almost convinced.
If you can make a gallon of tea and you put so much sugar in your tea that within 48 hours it tastes soured already, there's a problem.
Yeah. Number one, you're not washing your vessel out. And number two, tea don't go sour in 48 hours unless there's a problem.
Unless it has too much sugar in it.
Don't put too much sugar in it. 2 cups of sugar is not too much sugar. And I don't think sweet tea caused your diabetes. It may have caused it to act up, but diabetes is genetic mostly. Aaron says, it's a molar in the top. Its broken nerve is exposed. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. I've had that problem too. When that nerve is exposed, even the air makes it hurt. And it's up top, like up in there. Yeah, buddy. I'm sorry for you, man. I've never had something make my hands shake. Oh, yeah. Tooth pain is the worst pain in the world. I'm pretty sure of that.
That's the closest thing to having a baby I've ever been around.
Well, I've heard people say that it's worse than childbirth. I can't verify that, obviously, because I've never had a child. But I have had probably the worst toothache you can have, the worst kind of toothache. And it's pretty shocking. I find it hard to imagine anything worse than that. I don't think a broken bone is worse than that. I don't know about the childbirth thing, but I know for sure that's a sucky pain, that toothache.
I like I just said, it's pretty close to having a baby.
Amanda says,
it's called tooth putty repair.
Yep.
Oh, no. You can go to the drugstore or Walmart and get a tooth repair kit. Fill it with it's a hardening clay putty stuff, and it covers the nerve until you get it fixed. It's called tooth putty repair kit.
I got some in that cabinet in there.
You do? And but if it's infected, you don't want to do that.
What's in my cabinet's pretty old. I don't think it's any good anymore.
It's never been opened.
If it's never been opened, send it to Aaron.
If it's infected, he can't do that.
Then why are you mentioning it?
Because he said it was broken, and then he said it was infected.
Aaron says, Amanda, it's infected. It has to go. That's right. Well, it's been years since I've been to a dentist, and I'm sure you can't get a tooth pulled for $15-20 anymore.
No. You can't even go to the health department like you used to and be able to get one pulled and pay in cash.
And Aaron says, I heard Rosemary was good. Well, if she hasn't been drinking, she's pretty good. Patty says, oh, Aaron, what are you trying to say? I think he's trying to say he's got a toothache. Hannah says, yep, near the mountains and really far in the woods. I figured. It's like a 10-minute drive down a dirt road to get to the driveway gate. I like it, but I wish my friends were closer. Oh, I know. I grew up in the country like that, way back in the swamp. It's definitely a lifestyle. You have to like learn how to live in the woods because it's not like living in town for sure. Not even close. Like you got to plan grocery store visits. You buy for a month, things like that. And you are definitely not near anybody. I mean, you can have all the privacy you want, but just to have somebody come over and hang out, that's a little complicated. So it's definitely lonesome in the woods if you don't have something to keep you busy.
Or go walking around the block and just talking and chilling or whatever.
Can't do that either. Go walking around a block in the woods, you might never find daylight again. Where I came from, it's all changed now because, civilization has grown up. But when I was a kid, it was like 20 miles to the nearest store, and like you could walk outside into the woods and not know your way back. If you didn't know the area, if you walked out in the woods, you may never see anybody ever again. You could walk in circles the rest of your life and never find anybody again or never be found. It's really dangerous out in the woods if you don't know what you're doing. I also distinctly remember panthers lounging around on our front porch in the mornings. We'd hear them screaming first thing in the morning. They'd be outside walking around. And I don't know what happened to them. They kind of vanished.
Yeah, they built up over the top of them.
Panthers.
They built up over the top of their habitat.
Yeah. But I remember seeing them when I was a little boy, but I hadn't seen them in a long, long time. The road that I lived on was called Panther Branch. So, it was named after the habitat. John says, Aaron, get some tooth cement and plug it. Plug it in, plug it in. Aaron says, I'm saying hit me in the mouth. It hurts.
You big baby, suck it up.
Oh, no. I've been there.
I have too.
I had a ball-peen hammer in my hand one time, was seriously considering just bashing him out of my head because that would have seemed better than what I was going through. Thankfully, my mother intervened.
I even had one that wasn't numb all the way when he pulled it.
Oh, yeah. Bill Bennett says, my luck, the bar fight would knock my only few good teeth out and leave the bad one. I've got my dentures.
Top dentures.
I've got top dentures and have felt a toothache there when there is no tooth, but it was bearable. Yeah, that's the nerve ending dying.
Yep.
I've had that pain before, but that's not exactly a toothache.
I'll tell you something crazy. My stepmom had all her teeth pulled, and when they did x-rays, something happened, or they did x-rays of her eyes because she's having problems with her eyesight. And then she's got a wisdom tooth that never came through, still in her jawbone.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, do you know you still have teeth? And she's like, no, I don't. He's like, yeah, you still have a wisdom tooth. And they showed her the x-ray with a tooth in there.
I had that. Excuse me. All 4 of my wisdom teeth came in, and they pulled them, and then 2 more grew. They were just continuously coming for a long time. And then after the last 2 got pulled out, 10 years later, I had fragments that would pop out of there every now and then that I'd have to pull out with tweezers.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was from stuff they left or it was producing more.
It was probably stuff that was off of your original roots.
Maybe. I just know they would work their way through the gum and it would poke out for like 10 years and I'd have to pull it out. Little slivers of teeth.
Mm-hmm. Bone.
Mm-hmm. Debbie says, Aaron, if I lived closer, I would punch you real hard. Because that's the kind of friend I am. Aaron says, I duck. And Aaron says, equal lefts and rights. Equal rights and lefts. Bill Bennett says, do not putty over infected tooth. Hold infection. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And John says, royalty. What's royalty? Is that tea with honey in it? Amber says, nugget, smiley, smiley. Bill Bennett says, yeah, it's a gallon.
My comment didn't post. YouTube blocked it.
What was it?
It said,
You have a mouth.
well, I know. I just jumped in there. It didn't comment, didn't post between them two comments. I said, rolls up and swings my biggest hammer at Aaron as hard as I can and knocks his tooth out.
There you go. Take that, YouTube.
Right.
Hannah says, I know, where did it go? I understand, sir, and thank you. It's my pleasure, Hannah, and I love you guys, that's all. I'm just trying to help. Probably ain't none of my business. I probably shouldn't say anything, but, I love you guys. Negative 3,000, welcome to the show. Why do you have Pepto-Bismol in the title of the live stream, Lo? Because I felt like putting it in there.
Did your chat jump again?
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Nope.
What time you got?
9:21, 9:22, 9:23. Hold on. Royalty, nugget. Yeah, it's a gallon. And then negative 3,000. I'm at 9:22. Well, because...
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I wrote in the title. Is there a title law that I'm not aware of? Negative 3,000? And it's a reference to what happens after you eat all that food on Thanksgiving, which was yesterday. So yesterday was a Thanksgiving live stream. Today is an after Thanksgiving live stream. What happens after Thanksgiving? You get heartburn. Pepto-Bismol, baby. Make sense? Good. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and hit that subscribe button. You never know what you're going to get. We're like a box of chocolates. I don't know where that came from.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Patty says essential oil, clove, is what they use in those little toothache kits. Nice. Thanksgiving day after, says Aaron. That's right. And I want pasta soft and hot. Nice. That would probably feel good on your tooth, too. That heat.
Not if he's got a nerve exposed.
Yeah, well.
Ain't nothing gonna feel good till he gets that nerve covered up.
Bill Bennett says McDonald's has the best sweet tea and Coke. Well, I know they have the best Coke because they put extra sugar in their Coke. I don't know if you know that or not. They actually have a contract with the Coca-Cola company. They get a different Coke than anybody else does.
I can handle a cup of Mountain Dew or a McDonald's tea, but I can't drink more than one.
Amy says, yes, Bill, only thing to get there. And Amy says, Patty, I said to use clove. It'll numb it. Right on. And what it is says, Jake loves to argue. I mean, debate. I do. That is my bread and butter. Amy says, I like learning about natural remedies and homeopathic medicines. I do too. I'm cautious of the homeopathic thing, though, because of some things that I've seen. But I think God has an answer for everything. And I think if you look in nature, you'll find the answer for everything. And Aaron says, well, shit. And girl have multiple kids. Huh? Well, shit and girl have multiple kids.
I don't know.
Is that a reference to toothache pain being as bad as childbirth?
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure what you're saying there, Aaron.
LOL. Yes, what it is.
Yes, I do love to argue. It's fun. And I'm good at it. So, there's that. Why? Do you not like arguing? Bill Bennett says, nerve pain, toothache, earaches. It's on a nerve, and it is unbearable. Get to a dentist, bro. Right. It is definitely unbearable. John says, I had 11 teeth pulled in one sitting. I had 17 pulled in one sitting, and then whatever was left the next time. And my dentist had a sense of humor because when he pulled those 17 teeth, he left one right in the middle. So I walked around for about 2 years looking like a vegetarian vampire. One fang. It was horrible. And Aaron says, like 700, they market surgery now. It's like $700 to pull a tooth now. Jesus Christ. I remember going to a dentist and getting a tooth pulled for $15.
That's what I said. You can't just go into the health department like you used to be able to and pay the cash money and get a tooth pulled and walk out. They don't do it anymore.
What it is says an exposed nerve is miserable. Get it pulled. Well, hopefully you've got insurance. Hopefully you could get that covered.
And that's like when you were talking about what you were talking about. I told you that was going to be good money. You didn't believe me.
Getting a new set of dentures?
Yeah.
It's time. I've had these for 20 years.
I know, but I told you it was going to be expensive and you didn't believe me.
Yeah, well, money don't grow on trees. I guess I got to get another job. Patty says, Amy Elizabeth, I do too. Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Linda says, sorry I'm so late. All my daughter is having boyfriend issues and needed mama. Well, family comes first, and that's quite all right. Did you get it worked out? Is she okay?
Hi, Linda, and fun.
Amber says, Linda, welcome. Heart. Patty says, hi, Miss Linda. Linda says, hi, ladies. Heart. Amber says, sounds like here. Lots of woods. Lots. Talking about the Canada thing? Oh, yeah. What it is says Rosemary or Rosie Palm. Those are two different ladies with two very different jobs. Aaron says, when they scream, it sounds like a woman being murdered. It's creepy. Panthers? Yes, it does. It is kind of weird. And when I was a little boy, they used to be right out in our yard, and they'd scream in the morning times, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or on up to sunrise. And it sounded like people dying in the woods. Yeah, I remember that. It left a mark, put it that way. But then they just kind of went away, and I've never seen them again. People don't even talk about them anymore. But they were there. Black Panthers, right there in Georgia, where I was from. Patty says, Aaron, we have them here in Tennessee. Do you? Cool. Linda says, when I hear that around here, Aaron, it's usually a woman being murdered. Aaron says, my dad got curve stomped at my age and lost all of his teeth. Well, Jesus Christ. That's rough, buddy. Here in Florida, too, Patty, says Aaron. I'm guessing still talking about Panthers.
Yeah, they're in Florida pretty decent.
And Patty says probably the same one. Same type of panther, yeah. Well, everywhere I've ever lived, and I've lived in Florida, and I've lived all over the place, I've never been around anywhere that had panthers. It's like a Amazon kind of thing, because panthers are leopards. But they were prevalent where I was from, and now I'm hearing tell of other people having panthers around where they're from. It's just not a thing I've heard a lot about. I'm not saying you're wrong. Obviously, I'm not, because I had that when I was a kid. I just didn't know about it.
I believe that they are on the endangered list now.
Probably. There can't be many of them.
No. But I've seen them throughout the Ocala National Forest and some down south. And I've seen a few in Polk County. Very few. Way out in the boondocks.
Yeah, I've never heard of them the whole time I lived in Florida, Polk County. I never heard of any panthers around there.
They're way out in the boondocks. Out 471 way, out that area. Rock Ridge and that kind of area.
Patty says goes to Florida on holiday and then comes back home. And Linda says, Aaron, put a piece of clove by the bad tooth and it will numb it. That seems like good sound advice there.
Yeah.
Hannah says, if my dad trusts you, I trust you. Well, thank you, Hannah. I appreciate that very much. And I trust him too. He's a good man. Aaron says, I have to be able to drive to get it. I hear you. Aaron says, shit, I'm going to eat anyway, Amanda. My ass is hungry.
Right?
Eat on the other side.
LOL, Aaron.
Linda says, oh, I see, Patty. Already said it. John says, I'm the master tea maker, McDonald's tea. Blech. Right? I don't care for McDonald's anything, really. It is a convenient place to eat, but I don't like their food. The only thing I do like is their ice cream, and that never works, so. Aaron says, you ever seen the lady that cooks, Amanda? And she's always says, that ass hungry, ain't it? Huh? You ever seen the lady that cooks, Amanda, and she always says, that ass hungry, ain't it?
No, I haven't.
I don't think so.
I don't watch cooking shows.
What it is full strength Coke. Yeah. That'll fix it. And also destroy your life. That'll break everything.
Right.
Linda says, I'm late. Serves me right. It's fine. Aaron says, the reference. Amanda says,
LOL, Aaron.
Aaron says, mine kicks in the first.
Medicaid, I think.
Your insurance?
Or his insurance, that's what I meant. I don't know why I said Medicaid.
Well, it's the 28th now, so we're pretty close to the first. If you can survive till then, that's a rough situation, buddy. I'm sorry for you. Patty says, you can try it. And that's how they cover surgeries. And, of course, using real dentist putty. John says, it cost me 100 pounds a tooth to be pulled. I had to pay for it 1,100 pounds for 11 teeth. That's ridiculous. It's been a long time since I've been to the dentist, but the last time I was there, it was like $15 to get a tooth pulled. Just one. You know, like if you went in to just have one tooth pulled. So that's been a while ago. Aaron says, I hit a panther with a brick and hauled ass. I used to work on a camp in Florida, and one walked out of the on a camp full of kids. Yeah, that's scary. I've never heard of panthers attacking people, but they're leopards, and I can't imagine they wouldn't, you know, like a mountain lion would.
If they felt threatened, they would.
Yeah. And anyway, when you got a bunch of kids, that ain't something you want to play with.
No.
Just shoot that thing and get it over with. Now, Linda says, Aaron, you can order fish antibiotics, 500 milligrams of amoxicillin over the internet. Right on. Antibiotics is antibiotics.
No.
Patty says ivermectin might work. I don't think so because that's not an antibiotic. But
It'd probably help with the pain.
it probably would help with the pain or something like that.
And that fish antibiotics wouldn't work for me.
Well, you're allergic to penicillin.
Exactly.
He's probably not allergic to penicillin. Other than that, antibiotics is antibiotics. Hell, you could eat mold and it would do the same thing if you could stomach it. Moldy cheese.
Mm-mm.
Aaron says they are Estero and Marco. It's by the Glades, and they have signs, and they criss the road. They're across the road. All right. Estero and Marco. I'm guessing that's a dentist office.
Or a mountain lion, or a Panthers. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Estero's a place. I got it. Panthers are in Estero and Marco by the Glades. Little towns by the Glades. They have signs on the roads because the Panthers cross the road at certain areas. I got it.
Okay.
What it is says, AKA mountain lions. No, a panther is not a mountain lion. A panther is a leopard. It's black. But if you look at it in the right light, you can still see the spots on it.
It's so black it's purple.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Mountain lion's a little bit different.
They got bright yellow eyes.
I've seen panthers in captivity in Florida. Like there's a lady that lives there that collects them. She has like an exhibit, like a zoo in her yard, and she has panthers. But I didn't know that they were indigenous to that area. Aaron says, well, shit, Linda. Put me on how to do that, Linda. The clove thing. I guess you just go buy a clove and stick it in your mouth.
Yep. Hold it, just bite down on it just a little bit. And let it just jizz in your tooth.
And I'm assuming that's a garlic clove, but I'm not sure.
No, it's not. They're little black ball pellet cloves.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. John says, we only got ninja squirrels here. Ha, ninja squirrels. We got ninja turtles here.
We got squirrels that like to play with their lives. They like to torment the dog and the cat while they're outside. One of these days, they're all going to team up together and get them.
Mm-hmm. That's why we hadn't heard of it. Aaron says it's a TikTok lady, and she's funny, Amanda.
Yeah.
She's a white girl that makes soul food. Right on.
Well, hell, I can do that.
I do that too, and that we just call that food from where we're from. Amber says, "Yay, me! My blood sugar is tested 163. Hey, that's way lower than it has been being. Prayers and hearts and dancing, more dancing.
Right. Oh, okay. I don't TikTok, so I have not seen her.
Aaron says, I'll show you. I'll show you then. You'll get it. Linda says, Amazon, Aaron. I think they're like $10. Aaron says, his place is in Florida. Yeah, I got it. Linda says, we have bobcats and mountain lions up north here by me. Yep. Bobcats are kind of scary, but they're manageable. They're smaller and they're vicious, but they generally stay very far away from people. But a mountain lion will hunt you down. That's a scary thing. If they get hungry, like in places where there's not a lot of food, they'll actually start hunting people. There's been a few in California they've had to kill because they were starting to hunt joggers and such. Aaron says, we have brown ones, Kroger at Kroger store or Freddy Krueger. I don't know which. I think he's talking about brown cloves at the grocery store. I think. Linda says, Aaron, if you don't have Amazon, send me your address and I'll have some sent to you. Thank you, Linda. Aaron says, that's what I saw. And Linda, I looked in ordering it. Aaron says, Amanda, that's why it's funny, and she talks like you. Ruh-roh.
Oh, well, how do I talk?
Aaron says, I found them for $20. Dilly to Chili, welcome to the show. That's your regular name, and I don't know who you are because YouTube changed all the names. I know you're a member, but I don't know the name that you normally go by.
That's a gifted membership.
Yes, I know, but it's somebody I know.
I don't know.
McDonald's having Black Friday sale. Anyway, tell me who you are, what name you typically use, so I know who I'm talking to. And Patty says, coyotes here. Yep, we got coyotes here, too. You can see them across the road all the time. But our coyotes are well fed because this is a very, very good wildlife area. Lots of wildlife for them to eat. Lots of animals out there. So they're not dangerous. They're just like dogs that don't like people. But they're fat. Now you go other places and they're real skinny and scary looking. They look like wolves. Here they look much more domesticated because they're well fed. But we have them. John says, we have man-eating beavers here. They're dangerous. Oh, my God, man-eating beavers? We have those here, too. They're called Valley Girls. And
I totally read that the same way.
Aaron says, sorry for broken text, Jake. That's all right. I understand you're in too much pain to use proper English. I got it. I'm with you, buddy. Aaron says the sound of her voice is the same.
What's the same about it? The country sound?
I think he's saying you have real strong slang.
I don't have a strong slang. I type that way sometimes, but I don't speak that way. Not typically.
So, how about them Braves?
I don't even know what football game or nothing played yesterday. I didn't even look.
I don't either because I don't care. Don't care about football.
I watched about 5 minutes of the Macy's Day Parade, then I was over that.
I didn't even know they did that still, do they?
Yeah.
Dilly is Dylan. Okay. All right. Thank you, Aaron. Hi, Dylan. Welcome to the show. What's up, says Dylan. Again, YouTube switched all the names back to the name that's on your profile, so I have no idea who you are if I don't talk to you regularly. So if you have a name that isn't one that you're used to being called here, just tell me who you are. I got you, Dylan, so we're good. And what's up? Happy Thanksgiving. Did you have a good day yesterday? The Budweiser commercial, says Aaron. LOL. Amanda says,
So you saying I'm ghetto, Aaron? LOL. The Budweiser commercial.
no, I'm saying the tones
Oh,
is Aaron.
okay.
She sounds like you. Tone. Like a frog barfing into a bag.
Whatever.
Bud. Wise. Er.
No. Not even close.
That was funny. Well,
Slow night.
it is a slow night.
People trying to recuperate from yesterday.
Still suffering from the tryptophan.
All right.
Dylan says, yeah, dude, too much food. I hope everyone else had a good one. We did. We had a great one. We had a good show last night, too. We came on here and did an impromptu Thursday night show, which we don't do often. And everybody showed up. It was a good turnout. I think overall we had about 150 views that night. It's pretty good. Thank you for asking.
So, I tried to put this in the chat last night, but I guess YouTube decided that it wasn't going to let me. So I'm not typing it out again tonight for them to not put it in for me to figure out why they won't put it in.
Just say it, dude.
But something was sent to me. I guess it could be kind of on the risque side, but it's kind of funny.
Who sent it?
No, that's anonymous. If they want to say after I read it, then they can speak up for themselves.
All right.
It's Black inspired love poem.
Oh, my God.
This is nappy head, egg, eyes like a frog. If I could roll your fat ass over, I'd do you like a dog. I like to die when that was sent to me.
Oh, my God.
You can have fun with that one.
I'm speechless. Aaron says the new Stranger Things is finally out. I gotta watch it sometime. Yeah, I never did get into Stranger Things. I've heard good things about it, but I never got into it. Aaron says they're all putting crack on their tooth. LOL, Jake. That's funny. Patty says, well, I'm done for the day. I love to play music, and go where everybody knows my name. And they're always glad I came. It's always fun. Thank you, Miss Amanda and Jake. And good night all. Well, Patty, we love you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. And God bless you. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night. John says, I choked on my coffee. Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome, Nugget.
And Linda says, I made my kids come back and take food home. I told them if they don't, I was going to pull people off the street. And my son, the wise ass that he is, said, don't. You already do that, Mom.
Ouch.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, no, Aaron, he doesn't.
And John says, good night, Patty. And Aaron says, Jake has no words. Not on that one, I don't. That's outside my comfort zone. Bill Bennett says, my old lady, that is a lot younger than I am, and Jake are some of the very few that read my texts or messages. Well, I mean, if you text it, I'm going to try to read it. Amanda says,
LOL, nope, no comebacks.
and Bill says, that can read my text. Well, you know, I speak fluent typoese. I understand that some people don't like writing, and other people like to type the way that they talk, and they don't understand that other people don't hear the way that they talk or read the way that they talk. And so sometimes that gets a little confusing. But I'm always going to make an attempt because you're the star of the show. I'm just a middleman. So if you say it, you take the time to say it, I'm going to try to read it and make it legible. Aaron says, damn, nappy head. Make you want to put Velcro on the headboard. There you go. That was my comeback. Aaron says, of course, if you really want my comeback, you're going to have to scrape it off your mama's teeth.
Ouch. Damn it, man.
Amanda says,
LOL, Aaron.
and Aaron says, I have not heard that since I left home.
Nappy head.
Nappy head.
Them nappy head children. Dirty foot, nappy head.
Well, that's why God invented Jerry Curl. John says, must be weird reading my chat, Jake. Sometimes. Sometimes you use R instead of all or am. But I'll figure it out. And Debbie says, Mom, Jake said I need to clean your teeth.
Damn it, man.
Well, that's where you'll find the come at.
She should have swallowed better.
Aaron says, I'd go in the house and my mom would pop me upside the head and say, get your nappy-headed ass in the house. Yep, mine would too. With a frying pan.
Jake was nappy headed when he was young too.
I was not. I was afro-headed. Say it
Same
right.
difference.
I had an afro.
Same difference.
Stuck out like that. Sure did. Many, many years of wrestling and spraying and flat ironing and pulling and tying back has got it to finally lay down, but it's only because it's exhausted. I wore it out. Now it'll lay down flat. But it didn't used to. It used to stick out in every direction and have tight little ringlets everywhere. Like springs. My hair was like springs.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, mine is.
The Payne's band was called Nappy Roots.
T-Pain's band was called Nappy Roots.
T-Pain's band. Nappy Roots.
That's funny.
Yeah, they play for Jimmy Fallon. That's right. It's called Roots now. Is that who T-Pain is, the drummer?
T-Pain was a rapper.
I know the name. I'm just trying to figure out who he is in Jimmy Fallon's band.
I don't think he does anything.
John said, I had hair once. Me too. I still have it, but I had it once.
Just his band is at Jimmy Fallon's. I don't think T-Pain played anything.
That's an all right band. I've heard them play for real. They're a good band. Jake was Bob Ross. Not quite that bad. His was like permed. Mine was natural.
And Jake's was longer.
Yeah.
So it had a little more weight to it to pull it down.
Yeah. Yeah, when you perm it, it does that
Kinky curl.
that bush look, like a top of a microphone. But mine was natural, so it just kind of laid whichever way it fell,
He didn't have the kinky curls. He had the Jerry curls.
Yeah. There it says happy trees. Little happy tree over here. Happy little cloud.
Some fluffy clouds.
Linda says, my sister and my cousin have that nappy hair. They hated me because I had pinned straight hair until I hit menopause. That'll do it. Changing hormones.
Yeah, my hair is spiral curls.
Now my hair just does whatever it wants to do.
And now it's gotten so long and thick and heavy, it's starting to pull my curls out, I've noticed.
There you go. You don't see that every day.
Can't hardly see it. Now you can, a little bit.
Got to take my headphones off so you can see it.
Yeah.
No chance of me going bald anytime soon, eh? How about that? Little treat. John says, when I was 17, I had dreadlocks. Oh, wow. I thought about it real hard one time to get dreadlocks, and then I decided you can't take that out when you get it. You can't even wash it. You have to keep it for the rest of your life until it grows out. And so I decided if I needed dreadlocks, I would just buy a dreadlock wig and wear it for the time. That way I could take it off and be done with it when I was finished. Aaron says, that's cool, Jake with a fro. I still have a fro, it's just lazy. And it lays down now. And also my curls are all gone. I flat ironed my hair for about 10 years. And when I quit doing it, it was just this way. It never turned back to curls. So apparently whatever makes your hair curly just went away. So I no longer have curly hair.
Uh-oh. Somebody hand Debbie a towel.
Debbie says, OMG, OMG. Breathing hard here. Really hard. Yeah, baby. You didn't know I was cool. Aaron says, the tree always had a friend. Huh? Oh, the little happy tree. Yep. Amanda says, you go, girl. Bill Bennett says, the song was Po Folks by Nappy Roots. LOL memories. Right on. Aaron says, Jake. Oh, yeah. The old hairdo. I ain't had my hair down in a minute. I usually only let it down when I play. Like when I'm out on a stage somewhere. The rest of the time it stays pulled back.
Or you're in bed.
Or if I'm in bed, yeah. That's because I don't like laying on the ponytail. Feels like I got a knot in my neck. But that's the way it goes. Well, all right, boys and girls. We're at the bottom of the chat and nobody's talking, and it's 10 o'clock. So
10:30.
It is 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
Aaron says, Bill. I think that means, what's up, dude? Or, wait a minute. Hands up. Don't fist bump. Amber says, hugs, y'all. I'm a wide awake.
I'm not.
I don't know how. I'm tired.
I'm tired, too.
Bill Bennett says, good night, folks. I see y'all for Bible study on Sunday. But don't forget, we got a Politics tomorrow night, too. So come check us out for that.
Nighters all. See you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Untethered Live for Politics.
That's right.
Much love, y'all.
Bill says, me too, tired. Amen, brother. Amber says, it's 7 here. Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. And don't forget to, if you can, that'd be lovely. Be sure to subscribe if you hadn't done so already. Debbie says, good night, all y'all.
Come see us on the Facebook page.
Facebook page, that's right. Aaron says, I wish I could grow mine. You can. Just take lots of vitamin E and keep trimming it every week. Trim just a little bit off the tip. Just a little bit. Just a little bit off the tip. And it'll grow.
Get you some prenatal vitamins, Aaron.
Prenatal vitamins or vitamin E.
Or eat a lot of Jell-O.
Or, and this sounds gross, but when you wash your hair, put mayonnaise in your hair and let it sit for a minute. I know that sounds gross, but the egg white is what they make mayonnaise out of, and it's really good for your hair. And also vegetable oil, which is the oil is good for your hair. But yeah, I understand. I can barely grow a beard too. And John says, good night and thank you. It's been a blast. Well, John, I love you, brother, and good night. And please do reach out if you need to talk. We're here for you. Aaron says, I got you back, John. I think everybody does. We're all here for you, buddy. Yeah, I can't grow a beard either, though. I grow it here and I grow it here, but everything else is just hobo-esque. I just look more and more increasingly homeless when I try to grow a beard. Amy says, I fell asleep, sorry. I was wondering where you went. It's a sleepy night, Amy. We're about to turn in, too. John says, thank you, everyone. I love you all. Heart, heart, heart. I love you, too, John. Happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. I'm out of coffee. It's a perfect time to bail out. Yeah, stubble. That's right. I grow a killer mustache. I'll just leave it at that. I can't have a beard. I told Amanda I was going to try to grow a beard this year, but I don't know if I can suffer through the shaggy part. Yeah, coconut oil might be good on your hair. I don't know. I've never tried it. I wouldn't think so, though, because it's just coconut oil. I don't know what's in coconut. But mainly vitamin E is what's good for hair and fingernails.
And you could get your little tight bristle flat brush, Aaron, and keep brushing your hair. The more you stimulate it, the more it'll grow, too.
Yep, stimulate. Brush your hair every day. That's right. Aaron says, I need omega-3 fatty acids. Yeah, that's for your body, though, your heart and stuff. I don't think that's good for your hair. Linda says, coconut oil is too light of an oil. That's what I was thinking. And Debbie says, I shaved my mustache. Oh, good gracious. Yes, please. Please do shave that. But if you're a woman and you have to shave, you need to keep up on it, because if you get a stubble, it's noticeable. Don't need a 5 o'clock shadow if you're a woman. That's for sure.
I've seen some craziness.
My niece does that. She shaves, and she goes days without shaving, and she gets a stubble beard like I'd get, and it's very noticeable, and I don't have the heart to tell her, you need to not do that. Linda says, carrot seed oil and rosemary helps your hair grow. There you go.
Well, damn, Aaron.
Aaron says, that's if I'm rubbing salmon on my face. Right on. And John says, I got more hair on my legs than on my head. Yeah. Well, some women think that's very sexy because that's a big sign of a lot of testosterone, and women are attracted to that. So you be proud of that bald head of yours. This is a sign of a feminized man. For whatever reason, I can pull it off. But most guys are very effeminate when they have hair like mine. I happen to not be effeminate, but that doesn't mean that people don't interpret it that way. And Aaron says, LOL, Debbie is a Bigfoot goonie goonie. Goonie goo goo. Goonie goo goo. Eddie Murphy, raw. That was some funny shit. Aaron says, Eddie Murphy, see? I got it. I saw Raw when it came out in theaters. Eddie Murphy was the best comedian ever, in my opinion. Still
Robin
is.
Williams.
Now, Robin Williams is very good, but I think Eddie Murphy had him beat. Linda says, John's bald head is a solar plate for a sex machine.
Oh, damn.
That's right.
Hey, Nugget.
Debbie says, Aaron, that sounds like me. And Aaron says, okay, I'll eat rosemary. She might like that. If you can get her to stop wiggling. And Debbie says, leave a tip on the dresser for her, Aaron. And John says, if I had hair like Jake, I would look like a lady boy. I know that's what I was saying. Most guys would. For whatever reason, I could pull it off, but most guys can't pull off hair like mine. All the time, people come up behind me and say, hey, ma'am. And I turn around and they're like, whatever. I don't mind. And then I found out you could get offended about that and, cause people to pay you money. So maybe I ought to get to whining every time somebody says ma'am when they walk up behind me.
Free meals and stuff.
Yeah, right. You misgendered me? It's ma'am. Yeah, I don't think that'll work for me.
Nah.
Aaron says delirious. Was it delirious? I guess it was delirious. Raw was the first one, right? It's been forever. Got to go back and watch it again. And John says, kiss, 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 Linda.
You got 3 or 4 more above that.
Did I miss some?
Yeah. Last comment was 1013.
I read those.
Leave a tip on the dresser for her?
Yes, I read that.
Oh, okay.
And I read if I had a hair like Jake, I would look like a lady boy.
Okay. My bad.
You're falling asleep on me.
I might have been reading something else.
You were sleeping. I can hear it in your voice. Aaron says, Linda, that's a landing pad for a sunburn. Or a rug burn. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Politics. Have a great night. Be nice to people. And thanks for watching.
Good night, y'all.